So this video is sponsored by Pionex, one of the exchanges I use all the time. It's one of the main crypto brokers to Binance, so the volume is very high. The main thing that sets them apart though is that you can use free trading bots, a variety all designed to benefit from different market behaviours, whether that's up, down or sideways. You'll get 20% off all your trading fees for life with my link in the description. And if you join the Telegram, a lot of us already use it, so if you've got questions we can try and help you out. Hello everybody, welcome back. So big old dump just this morning. So, but even so, right, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, because obviously it's Bitcoin that's driving the market. Bitcoin dumps, the market dumps. It's still within that buy zone box, the box that we've had highlighted, I suppose, for, well, I've been away for a few days, so we must have been talking about this last week. And so yeah, the buy zone is still in, and technically we've not entered the lowest area of that buy zone, which was signified by these bottomy vibes around this area as we broke out from, well, basically the reaccumulation zone, which is basically all of this area is the reaccumulation zone. So as far as Bitcoin's concerned, yeah, it's higher highs, it's lower highs and it's lower lows, but as far as I'm concerned, it's still fitting with the way I saw this going for a couple of weeks now, which is that we were going to go down to 55,000, potentially down to 53,007, 53,006, and if we break down below there, then yeah, we can expect sort of, I suppose, a lot nastier pullbacks down to the 200 exponential, which is currently just below 50,000. So all of that is obviously still on the cards. I don't want to see that happen, but it could. I don't want to see it, but it could. Now the candle's not closed yet on this daily, and this is literally splitting hairs. But if it were to close a little higher than where we are right now, we might be looking at some bullish divergence on the RSI, but at the moment we don't have that. So it's a matter of basically waiting to see how this candle body closes, and not expecting an enormous amount of upside or downside from this level until we get a closure. But, you know, on the grand scheme of things, it's basically doing what we've been talking about for definitely last week. So I've been away in some Amsterdam conference, some Bitcoin convention over there. Not Bitcoin convention, it's a blockchain convention. And I have to say, I did feel like an absolute wojack walking around in there. So they were just talking about technology. I don't know what was going on. So I'd like to say that I managed to get some interesting scoops for you all, but unfortunately I didn't. But silver lining was that it was all held in Amsterdam, so there was lots of other things for me to do, despite being locked down after 8 o'clock because of what's going on down there. Still a good time was had. Anyway, as far as the price is concerned, it's dragging everything down. So have a quick look at some of these top caps, the ones that I'm most interested in. So we've got XRP now on the daily, smashed right down below the 200 exponential. 200 exponential area is always a good area to consider buying. Now, would you buy this dip? Because being below it is technically bearish, but we generally reaccumulate around it after a pump. So we've had our pump here, we tested it, and we tested it again, now we're below it. We've done this before, all the way up, down below it, all the way up, down to test it, all the way up, down below it, and it basically reaccumulates at that 200 exponential. So potentially could get sucked back right up today to just below $1. And maybe this was the wick low. We just don't know yet. Like I say, it's all too early to say, because Bitcoin, you know, even with your bullish lenses on, could come down another grand or so. Yeah, another $1,000. So that's all on the cards, and that would only emphasize the pullbacks here on altcoins. But again, this is an area of interest and an area of significance, and if we're bullish on the market, then I suppose this is an opportunity for buying. I'm not your financial advisor, so obviously buy whatever you want, wherever you want, however you want, but don't do it because you think I said it was a good idea. ICP, another one that I'm very interested in, coming down to our bottom area of support. So it's roughly about between 38 to 39. It's a rough zone. So again, this is in a massive accumulation area, and this would be the opportunity to buy if you are bullish on this on this chart. If you wanted ICP, then you would buy it here, and if it didn't work out, then you get wrecked. Your problem. But for me, I'm alright with it, because it's in keeping with this sideways channel of accumulation. And if you believe that this is an accumulation, and then we're better to buy an accumulation at what would appear to be the bottom. So another one again that's come down to an area of major significance. And EOS, we always got to look at EOS on the channel. I've had this rounded bottom vibe going on now for a couple of years, and most of the time we get a decent bounce from it. Of course, you're going to get wicks below it. One wick, little wick, big wick. And we have had a wick down below it today, so it is a guide, definitely. The chart is not bullish. I said this the last time we spoke of it. Interestingly, we got rejected on this basically consolidation trend line, actually, yesterday, today, in fact every other day, getting rejected from there. So we can see that this has formed a wedge, to which we've broken down below. So we've broken below the wedge, but because overall I see the market through a bullish lens, this could effectively be a fake out to the down trade, right? Which means that, again, you know, if you are like me and you interpret the overall market as bullish, then we're better placed to pick up some EOS. Now again, I'm not suggesting in any way that ICP, EOS or XRP are in any way massively bullish. What I am saying though is that they're all down at the bottom level or lower than their major areas of support, the areas that maybe about a month ago people would be dying to buy at. And now you've got the opportunity to buy it at that level, with the possibility of it being oversold at that level. I wouldn't call it oversold, but overstepped the support, with a reasonable chance of being sucked right back up and essentially being the bottom. But it's like anything. Nobody really wants to buy, you know, when things are going down. Everybody wants to buy when things are going up, but actually that is the main mistake that most people make. Now obviously you've got to put, there's a leap of faith that you've got to make, that you expect the market to recover from this, and this is always the thought process that most people wrestle with, because when it's going down, you know, the average person, maybe the newbie or whatever, or somebody who's not quite in check with their emotions or their overall expectations or long-term analysis, will probably say, no, it's going down, it will continue to go down, I will not buy it, I will wait till it goes up and then I will buy it. But it's like Matt Damon said, you know, when he was I always bring him up, but it's like Matt I shouldn't really, it's harsh, it's not his fault, but when he was talking about a month ago about, you know, be brave, the brave buy crypto and the brave buy it at the top, which is essentially what they've done. The brave have bought the top, right? So you know, they've done it. So I would say that the brave buy the bottoms, to be honest with you. So to correct Matt Damon, you know, now would be a better time to buy than when Matt Damon was telling us to buy. It might not be the perfect time to buy, but it was definitely better than his entry point. I'm being harsh. It's nothing to do with Matt Damon. He's just reading his lines. I'm only having a laugh, but you know what I mean. So this is the idea, isn't it? We work out where the buy zone is. The lower we go into the buy zone, the better deal you're likely to get for buying it. Now, I'm not suggesting that you buy anything, but you buy on the way down and you sell on the way up. We've come down now, and luckily for those altcoins that we're all still quite interested in, myself very interested in, they've all come down to very, very appealing lows, and so if you have your bullish lens on, if you trust the way that it, you know, you expect it to unfold, then this is the time to buy. Although most people were probably shaking in their boots right now as they see yet another significant pullback on everything. But really, it's just, this is the nature of it, right? This is how it goes. Most of you obviously follow me. We've been through this many, many times. We can't say and look at this and say this is a bullish chart in the short term, because it's not as aggressively down actually. But overall, you know, if you trust trust your own analysis, or I trust mine, then I would be looking at this whole area as a buy zone. The lower we go into the buy zone, the better. And again, that is the same for everything that we've pretty much got marked out on these, you know, just these coins that we're looking at here. This is always the accumulation zone around the 200 exponential. ICP, very clear to what's going on with this chart. Up, down, up, down. So what would you expect next? Probably an up. You might not get it. I'm not saying buy anything. I'm just saying. And EOS, we've got our 2-year rounded bottom that, you know, on occasion has wicked below. and today again has wicked below, but generally, generally has a decent reaction. Sometimes some better than others, but there we go. So we got our wick below. We'd like to see us get sucked back up within this today, so it just remains a wick and not a candle body closure. But either way, all of these areas of significance that we've had marked out on these charts here have all been tagged today, just a few hours ago. So what are you going to do about it? That's the question. Right, I'm going to leave it with you there, guys, but I hope you have a nice day. And yeah, try not to panic. Like, it's just the nature of the beast. It's all fine. It's all fine. And I hope you have a nice day. Yeah, take it easy.